Karen blocks Sophia Van at the gate, yelling, "No pass, no entry." HOA Dialysis was minutes away, but Karen did not care. My sick daughter waited, scared, her life on hold. One cruel rule could stop her heart. I had to fight back for her before moving further. Comment below from where you watching. Also like and subscribe for more emotional stories. It is a hot August afternoon in Orchard Hills, Irvine. The sun burns down, making the air feel heavy. James sits at his desk checking emails when loud voices break the quiet. He steps outside his small ranch house and sees trouble at the community gate. Karen, the homeowner association president, stands tall in her sharp blazer and homeowner association badge glinting like a warning. She is yelling at Sophia, a nurse who grips her blue medical bag tightly. "No pass, no entry." Karen snaps, "This is not a free-for-all." Sophia's face is pale, her eyes wide with worry. She is stuck, her van blocked by Karen's outstretched arm. James' heart races. Ava, his 10-year-old daughter, needs dialysis in 30 minutes to stay safe. Any delay could hurt her fragile body. He feels a knot in his chest, fear creeping in. Emma, his wife, runs out, her voice shaking. "Please, she is here for our daughter treatment," she begs. Karen just rolls her eyes. "Take it up with the board," she says coldly, turning away. Inside the house, Ava watches through the blinds, her small hands holding a sketchpad. She draws a sad puppy, its eyes big and lonely like hers. "Why is that lady so mean?" she whispers, her voice soft and scared. Her dialysis machine waits in the living room, a reminder of her daily fight. James clenches his fists, anger mixing with panic. "Ava, life depends on Sophia and Karen. Power trip could steal precious time." He steps forward, determined to protect his little girl, knowing this fight is just beginning. James stands firm at the Orchard Hills gate, his heart pounding. He glares at Karen, his voice steady but sharp. "My daughter needs this, nurse. Move." Karen, lips curl into a sneer, but she steps back, her heels clicking on the pavement. With a flick of her wrist, she slaps a bright orange violation sticker on Sophia Van, the word "fine" screaming in bold letters. Her smug grin burns into James' mind, and he silently promises to fight back. This is not just about a rule, it is about Ava's survival. Back at the house, Emma hurries to the living room, her hands trembling as she unpacks Sophia's equipment. The dialysis machine hums softly its tubes and dials a lifeline for Ava. The little girl sits on her recliner, clutching a stuffed bunny, her face pale under the summer heat. "Daddy, will I be okay?" she asks, her voice small, eyes searching his. James kneels beside her, forcing a smile to hide the fear clawing at him. He strokes her hair, but his mind races. Ava's kidneys cannot wait. If her potassium levels spike, her heart could falter, landing her in the air again. Every minute counts. Sophia works quickly, her hands steady despite the ordeal. Emma whispers to James, "What if Karen stops her again?" The thought twists his gut. He sees Ava's latest sketch, a bunny, hiding from a storm, and feels a surge of resolve. Karen's power trip could cost his daughter everything. As the machine beeps, signaling the start of treatment, James vows to protect Ava no matter what it takes. This is only the beginning of their battle. James stands by Sophia Van, his pulse still racing from the confrontation. The orange violation sticker glares under the Irvine sun, but he bites back the urge to reveal he is a federal health inspector. That card too valuable to play now. Instead, he pulls out his phone, snapping photos of the sticker and the gate sign "Authorized vehicles only," its words vague and threatening evidence. He thinks Karen not winning this. He turns to Emma, who is pale with worry, and says softly, "This is not over. I will handle it quietly." His calm masks a fire inside. He will protect Ava, but he needs a plan. Back at the house as Sophia starts Ava dialysis, James' mind drifts to 6 months ago. They had moved to Orchard Hills, drawn by its neat streets and closeness to UC Irvine Medical Center, where Ava kidney specialist works. The move was for her. Every minute closer could save her life during a crisis. They had pictured a safe, happy home, not a battleground. But Karen Homeowner Association rules shattered that dream. Fines came for everything. A neighbor unapproved rose bush, Another loud giggle at a barbecue. The community felt like a trap, with Karen as its warden, her clipboard a weapon. James glances at Ava, her small hand sketching a bird as the machine hums. She does not deserve this fear. Emma catches his eye, whispering what is next. He squeezes her hand, thinking of health codes. Karen breaking his job gives him the tools to fight. Knowledge of laws, contacts in high places. For now, he will stay silent, gather proof, and strike when it hurts most. Karen, rain is crumbling, and James will make sure it falls. That evening, the Irvine air feels thick. As James steps onto the porch, he catches Mrs. Rivera talking to Emma by the mailbox. Her voice low. Karen find me last month, she says, glancing around. My heart medicine delivery guy parked for 10 minutes, and boom. 1.5. Emma eyes widen, her hands twisting nervously nearby. Then Lynn listened. From their driveway, holding their little boy hand, they nod, but stay quiet, fear keeping their lips sealed. James feels a chill. This is not just about Ava. Karen is hurting everyone. Inside, Ava sits in her recliner, the dialysis machine. Quiet. Now she is sketching her pencil, moving slowly. James leans over and sees a locked gate, chains wrapping it tight. It is like a cage, Mommy, says softly, her voice heavy. Emma kneels beside her, stroking her hair, but her smile is forced. James' stomach twists. His little girl should not feel trapped in her own home. He wants to tell Ava it will be okay, but the weight of Karen rules presses down hard. Later, James tucks Ava into bed, her stuffed bunny tucked under her arm. He reads her favorite book about a brave fox outsmarting a wolf, his voice steady to keep her calm. The fox always finds a way, he says, kissing her forehead. Ava smiles, but her eyes are tired and James' mind races. Karen is not just a bully, she is a danger. Her fines and gate checks could stop Sophia again. And Ava? Life depends on those treatments. If her kidneys fail for even a day, she could end up in the hospital or worse. He shuts the book, promising himself he will fight back. The next morning, James wakes to a rustling sound. A red envelope lies on the doormat, Homeowner Association logo glaring in gold. He opens it, and his jaw tightens. It is a notice, cold and official. Sophia must register 72 hours before every visit, or they will slap a $200 fine each time she comes. Emma reads over his shoulder, her breath catching. Ava needs her 3 times a week, she says, voice shaking. We cannot wait 3 days. Every time James scans the page, his eyes catching phrases like unapproved medical services and restricted access. His heart pounds. This is not just unfair, it is illegal. He sets the paper down, meeting Emma's worried gaze. This breaks federal law, he says, keeping his voice calm for her. I know exactly what to do. His health inspector instincts flare. Years of checking, clinics for violations, sharpening his focus. He spots the notice flaws. Clauses that block medical care violate the Americans with Disabilities Act, maybe more. But he does not mention his job. Karen cannot know he is building a case. Not yet. He folds the envelope, tucking it away like a weapon. We will fix this, he tells Emma, hugging her tight inside. He is already planning, ready to tear Karen rules apart to keep Ava safe. On the 3rd afternoon, the Irvine sun blazes at 95F and Orchard Hills feels like an oven. New signs pop up at the community gate, bold and ugly. No unauthorized medical personnel. Fines enforced. James spots them from his porch, his gut sinking. Sophia van pulls up, but a guard steps out, waving her off. Homeowner Association orders. He barks, pointing to Karen's sign. Sophia face falls. She drives away, parking half a mile down a public street, lugging her heavy dialysis equipment. In the heat, she sweats through her scrubs, her steps slow. And labored at home, Emma waits anxiously, glancing at the clock. Ava treatment is already late. When Sophia finally arrives, breathless, they start 20 minutes behind schedule. Ava sits in her recliner, looking paler than usual. I feel funny, she mumbles. Her voice weak. Emma's hands shake as she checks Ava's pulse and blood pressure, her eyes darting to the machine. "You are okay, sweetie," she says, but her voice cracks. James rushes in, his heart racing when he sees Ava drooping eyelids. He helps Sophia set up. Noticing her trembling hands, Sophia whispers, "I cannot lose this job. My son needs me." James nods, anger burning inside. Karen, rules are not just annoying, they are dangerous. That night, after Ava is asleep, her stuffed bunny tucked close, James sits at his desk. The house is quiet, but his mind races. He opens his laptop and pulls up Orchard Hills bylaws from the Homeowner Association website. Scrolling through, he finds a new rule: no third-party services without board approval. Not a word about medical needs. His jaw tightens. This breaks California Health and Safety Code Section 136,766, which protects access to care. Karen has gone too far. James opens his email and types a quick message to Tom, a friend at the California Department of Public Health. Homeowner Association is blocking my daughter nurse legal, he writes, attaching a screenshot of the rule. Tom replies fast, could violate ADA Title III. Document everything. James feels a spark of hope. He starts a folder on his desktop, dragging in photos of the gate signs and that orange violation sticker from Sophia Van. He adds a note with Sophia words about her son, her fear fresh in his mind. Karen thinks she is untouchable, but James knows better. He is building a case piece by piece to keep Ava safe. As he shuts his laptop, he glances at Ava's latest sketch, a bird stuck behind bars. "Not for long," he whispers, ready to fight. On the fifth morning, the Irvine sun climbs high and James waters the front yard, trying to stay calm. Mrs. Rivera shuffles over her cane, tapping the sidewalk. Karen is out of control. She whispers she fined me $100 for my oxygen tanks, called them clutter in my driveway. Her voice shakes with anger. Carl Thompson, fixing his truck nearby, chimes in his face. "Red, she hit me with a $150 fine because my physical therapist parked in a guest spot. Said it was wrong." James listens, his jaw tight. Karen hurting more than just Ava across the street. Deng, Wu, and Lin push their son on a swing. James waves them over. Hesitant, they share their story. "Our boy speech therapist quit coming and says quietly, Karen threatened her with fines for unapproved visits. We are scared to fight back." Lin looks at James, eyes soft. "But Ava's situation it wrong." James nods, a spark growing inside. "We are stronger together," he says, feeling the weight of their shared pain. Karen's grip is tight, but cracks are showing. 2 days later, the Homeowner Association clubhouse buzzes with tension for the evening meeting. Karen stands at the front, her smile sharp as a knife. She announces a new rule of $500 yearly fee for any medical visitors. "Rules keep Orchard Hills elite," she says, smirking at James in the crowd. "Comply or leave." The room stays quiet, neighbors too nervous to speak. James hands ball into fists, his heart pounding. Outside, Ava waits in the car with Emma, the meeting crackling through the speakerphone. Ava hears Karen words and draws a bird. Tears on its face. "I just want to be normal," she whispers, her voice breaking Emma's heart. James catches her eye as he leaves silently, vowing to stop this by the 9th morning. Disaster strikes. James' phone rings while he is at the grocery store. It is Sophia, sobbing. "Karen, guards blocks me at the gate. They say I am banned." James' blood runs cold. He races home, but Ava's session is missed. By evening, she is slumped in her recliner, her face pale, her breathing slow. Emma checks her pulse, panic rising. "It is irregular. We need the hospital," she says, grabbing Ava's bag. They rush to UC Irvine. The car, silent except for Ava. Soft whimpers. Dr. Patel meets them, his face grim. "Another mistreatment could cause heart failure," he warns. Ava lies on the stretcher, gripping James' hand. "Do not let her stop." "Sophia, Daddy," she whispers, her eyes scared. "Never again," James promises, his voice thick. Stuck in traffic on the way to the hospital, James grips the wheel, guilt and rage crashing together. He sees Ava face in his mind, her sketches of trapped birds. Karen rules are not just mean, they are deadly. He failed to act fast enough, and now Ava is paying the price. But as he reaches the seeing her fight, his resolve hardens. Karen has gone too far, and James will not let her hurt his daughter again. This fight is personal now. The morning after Ava hospital scare, James sits at his desk, anger fueling him. He types a letter on official health inspector letterhead, listing laws. Karen breaking Ada Fair Housing Act, California Civil Code Section 541. He demands the homeowner association stop blocking Ava. Nurse sending copies to the Orange County Health Department, and Sophia Boss's words are sharp, clear. No more games. He walks to the homeowner association clubhouse, the Irvine's sun hot on his neck, and hands the letter to Karen. Her eyes widen at the federal seal, but she snaps, "My bylaws break your whining." James gives a cold smile. "We will see," he says, walking away, his plan in motion. 2 days later, the neighborhood buzzes. Mrs. Rivera shares James' letter in a group chat, and word spreads fast. The Deng Wu invite everyone to their backyard. Shade from a big oak cooling the air. Carl Thompson voice booms, "Karen, find my therapist for helping my leg." 10 neighbors nod, fed up, promising to speak out. Ava, feeling stronger, shuffles over with the sketch of a happy cat. For being brave, she tells Mrs. Rivera, her voice soft. Mrs. Rivera eyes water, and the group feels tight, like family. They are ready to fight for Ava and themselves. By day 14, James calls Lisa, his friend at Cap TV. She loves the story and brings a camera crew to Orchard Hills. Sophia talks about Ava dialysis, her voice shaky but honest. James holds up a stack of violation notices, each one a stab at his daughter. Safety Ava drawing of a locked gate flashes on screen, labeled a child plea. Karen storms up, face red, yelling, "No media on my turf." Lisa stays calm. This is public property. She says Karen tantrum is filmed, and by night, it is viral on X. HOA Karen trends with comments like, "Lock her up." James feels hope Karen is slipping at night. On day 16, James gathers evidence. 15 notices, gate photos, Ava hospital report, neighbor stories. He finds Irvine Rule Section 59101 saying medical access cannot be blocked, and emails it to Commissioner Gomez. Emma worries. Ava is stressed. But Ava, coloring at the table, says, "I want to help Daddy." She shows a lion sketch, fierce and proud. "It is you fighting for me," she says. James hugs her heart full, knowing her strength drives him. On day 18, Santa Ana County office is packed, voices humming. Karen lawyer says the homeowner association is about safety, but James fights back with a slideshow. Ava medical chart. Karen notices video thesis of her yelling at Sophia. Mrs. Rivera talks about oxygen fines. Carl about his therapist. Lynn about their son. Therapy. Ben Commissioner Gomez frowns at Karen. "Where is the medical exemption?" she asks Karen. Mumbles caught. James stands tall. "I am a health inspector. Blocking care is illegal. My daughter. Life is not your pawn." The room explodes and claps, neighbors cheering. James sees Ava lion in his mind, knowing they are close to winning. The morning after the hearing, Orchard Hills feels different. Like a storm past, the county orders the homeowner association to drop its medical bans and check its finances. Auditors dig in and find a mess. Karen funneled $60,000 into landscaping that never happened. Just empty lots and lies. She is slapped with a $15,000 fine and charged with obstructing medical care, a crime under California Penal Code Section 6021 that carries 18 months in jail. The homeowner association board meets behind closed doors and boots her out. A memo lands in mailboxes calling it her resignation. But neighbors whisper the truth. Karen has been arrested. James reads it, relief washing over him. Ava is safer now. 11 days later, Santa Ana Superior Court buzzes with tension. Ava, in her wheelchair, grips Emma's hand, her eyes wide but brave. James sits beside them, heart pounding. Karen stands before the judge, her usual smirk gone, face pale as paper. The judge's voice is hard. "Your reckless endangerment of a child life is shameful." He sentences her to 18 months in jail. As guards cuff her, Karen's shoulders slump, her head low. The courtroom erupts. Neighbors cheer, clapping like they have won a war. Outside, Ava rolls to Sophia and hugs her tight. "You are my hero too," she whispers. Sophia smiles, tears in her eyes. James feels a weight lift, knowing Ava treatments will not be stopped again. 5 days on, the neighborhood throws a block party at Irvine Community Park. Music and laughter filling the air. The new homeowner association, led by Ling Nu Yen, sets up a medical welcome kiosk at the gate, stocked with forms for nurses, no fines attached. Sophia pulls up, grinning. "No stickers today," she jokes. Parking right by Ava house. At the park, Ava, stronger now, hands out sketches of cats and dogs to kids. Her giggles bright. Mrs. Rivera plants a rose bush in her yard. A quiet rebellion against Karen old rules. Neighbors share food and stories, free from fear, a real community. At last, by evening a week later, James and Emma sit in their living room watching Ava draw a zoo, lions and giraffes spilling across the page. Her dream of being a vet feels closer, alive again. Emma leans into James, her voice soft. "You turned our fear into hope," she says. He kisses her forehead. "For her, it would fight 1,000, Karen." Ava looks up, waving them over. She holds a drawing, an open gate, a fierce lion, and a smiling girl. "That is us," she says, eyes sparkling. James' throat tightens. Tears brimming, he frames it, hanging it by her dialysis chair. The next morning, James drives past the gate, a health first banner flapping in the breeze. Ava waves to a guard, who waves back with a grin. At home, her lion drawing glows in the sunlight, a symbol of their fight. The machine hums, but it is just background now. James looks at Ava sketching happily and thinks, "We did not just win. We built a home." Orchard Hills feels warm, safe. There is again